It started with silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the kind that feels wrong. Phones lost signal at the same time. TVs went black mid-sentence. Cars stalled on an empty highway as if the world itself had taken a breath, and never let it out. For one family on a quiet weekend getaway, what began as a simple vacation slowly turned into a nightmare that felt unreal, until they realized the outside world might already be gone. Welcome back to the Unknown Files, where real cases blur into scenarios so disturbing they feel like fiction. If you're drawn to stories about sudden collapse, unexplained events, and the terrifying unknown, you're in the right place. Before we go further, let me ask you. If the world went silent right now, would you know what to do? And who would you trust if no one had answers? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with someone who loves chilling mysteries. Now, here's what happened. In late summer, a family of 4 rented a remote house deep in the woods of upstate New York. No neighbors. No traffic noise. Just trees, wind, and quiet. The first night was perfect. The second night, their phones stopped working. No signal. No emergency alerts. The Wi-Fi router blinked, then died. At first, they laughed it off. Until the radio turned on by itself. Static poured out, then fragments of voices. Not words. Just overlapping murmurs, like dozens of conversations layered together. When the father tried switching stations, the dial wouldn't move. Later that night, a low-frequency hum filled the house. It wasn't loud, but it vibrated through the walls, making teeth ache and ears ring. Outside, the forest went silent. No insects. No birds. Nothing. The next morning, they noticed something else. Contrails streaked the sky in strange, crisscrossing patterns, too many, too low, too fast. Then one plane dipped sharply, and vanished behind the trees without a sound. No explosion. No smoke. Just gone. That afternoon, strangers arrived. An older couple claimed the house belonged to them. They were calm, but uneasy. They said something was happening everywhere. Cities without power. People acting strangely. Coastal areas evacuated without explanation. Emergency broadcasts cut short. That night, the hum returned, stronger. The children complained of headaches. One began bleeding from the nose. The radio crackled again, clearer this time. Remain inside. Avoid large groups. This is not an invasion. Then silence. In the distance, a red glow pulsed behind the trees, too steady to be fire, too slow to be lightning. The forest reflected it like a warning. By the third day, they realized something terrifying. Time felt wrong. The sun rose later. Set earlier. Clocks disagreed with each other. One watch ran backward. Another froze at the exact minute the power went out. When they finally tried to leave, the road led them back to the house. Every turn looped. GPS showed blank space, no roads, no map, just a gray grid. The final clue came from the basement. Hidden behind a loose panel, they found emergency supplies, water, radios, handwritten notes. The last page read: "If you're reading this, the quiet phase has started. Do not go toward the lights. Do not trust the sky. And whatever you hear outside at night, don't answer." That night, something knocked. Not at the door. From the walls. Soft. Patient. Rhythmic. Like it knew they were listening. At sunrise, the knocking stopped. The hum faded. The forest slowly came back to life. Weeks later, authorities claimed it was a temporary communications failure. No planes missing. No evacuation records. No reports of strange lights. But the family never returned to that house. And people living nearby still report nights when the air goes silent, radios whisper without power, and the woods glow faint red, like the world is testing what happens when it turns itself off. So tell me, what do you think really happened? A cyber collapse? A psychological experiment? Or the early stages of something far worse? Comment your theory below. And if stories like this keep you watching until the very end, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Because on the Unknown Files, sometimes the scariest thing isn't what attacks us. It's what stops explaining itself.